Have you ever felt that urge to pack your bags and explore the world after 70? Retirement gives many people the freedom to travel. But what if that trip comes with hidden dangers that no one warned you about? While exploring new places can be enriching, traveling after 70 presents serious health, safety, and financial risks that often go unnoticed. These risks don't just ruin vacations, they can change lives. From sudden medical emergencies to dangerous falls. One wrong step or oversight can lead to weeks or even months of regret and recovery. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 hidden dangers that every senior must consider before planning their next trip. These are not just ordinary inconveniences. Each one can have life-changing consequences if ignored. Stay with me through the end, because we'll also walk through practical and often overlooked safety strategies that can help protect your health, your money, and your peace of mind when traveling at an older age. Let's begin with the first and most serious danger. Danger 1. Medical emergencies in the wrong place at the worst time. As we age, our bodies become less forgiving. What might have been a minor health hiccup in our 40s can quickly spiral into a serious emergency after 70. And when you're away from home, these emergencies become much more complicated. Imagine being on a cruise or in a small village in another country and suddenly experiencing chest pain. Where do you go? Who do you call? Will they understand your language? Will they accept your insurance? That's exactly what happened to James, a 74-year-old who had taken dozens of trips in his life. He and his wife booked a cruise, expecting comfort and convenience. On the 4th day, James started having chest pain. The ship's doctor had limited resources and advised emergency evacuation to the nearest port. Hours were lost. By the time he reached the hospital, his condition had worsened. Thankfully, he recovered, but only after a terrifying ordeal that could have ended much differently. Here's what many seniors don't realize. Your standard health insurance may not cover international care. Even if it does, the hospitals abroad may require upfront payments before any treatment. A simple hospital visit in a foreign country can cost thousands. Air evacuations? Tens of thousands. Other common concerns include blood clots on long flights, flare-ups of chronic conditions, altitude sickness, dehydration, and medication complications due to travel delays or changes in schedule. Even something simple like forgetting to take a pill on time can have serious consequences. Before you go anywhere, make sure your health is not just okay, but stable. Even if you feel fine, check with your primary doctor. Get a full health checkup. Discuss your destination's risks. And make sure your prescriptions are in order for the entire duration of your trip. Also, carry a summary of your medical history, medications, allergies, and emergency contacts with you. It can save your life. Danger 2. Infections and contaminants that your body is not ready for. One of the most overlooked threats when traveling after 70 is the risk of exposure to new viruses, bacteria, and foodborne illnesses. At home, we have immunity built up over time. Abroad, your body may encounter microbes it's never faced before, and your immune system might not be strong enough to handle them. Airplanes are confined spaces, filled with recycled air, and people from all over the world. That means a high concentration of germs. Add in crowded airports, shared bathrooms, and restaurant surfaces, and you've got the perfect environment for illness to spread. Then there's the issue of food and water. In many countries, even the tap water can contain bacteria that your system isn't used to. A fresh salad washed in contaminated water, ice cubes made from unfiltered water, or undercooked local meats can lead to food poisoning or worse. Let's talk about Harold, age 81. He went on a cruise and came back with what he thought was a minor stomach issue. It was norovirus. He was hospitalized for several days due to severe dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. What began as a simple vacation turned into a medical emergency. Older adults are especially vulnerable to these infections. A cold or flu might just be a nuisance to a younger person, but for someone over 70, it can turn into pneumonia or a serious respiratory infection. Recovery times are longer. Risks are higher. The best way to reduce this danger is through prevention. Use hand sanitizer regularly. Wear a mask in high-risk or enclosed spaces, like airports or buses. Only drink bottled or properly filtered water. Avoid raw foods or dishes that have been sitting out in buffets. And always consult your doctor before traveling to determine if you need any vaccinations for your destination, including flu or pneumonia shots. Danger 3. Exhaustion and travel fatigue that lingers for weeks. When we think about travel, we often imagine joy and adventure. But for many seniors, especially over the age of 70, travel can be physically and mentally exhausting in a way it never was before. Long flights, early wake-ups, missed meals, time zone changes, and unfamiliar beds all add up. Jet lag doesn't just last a day or two for older adults. It can stretch on for a week or more. Richard, age 75, experienced this firsthand. After a 10-hour flight to Asia, he was already struggling with fatigue. Add to that the walking tours, new foods, and inconsistent sleep. And by day 3, he couldn't keep up. He ended up skipping most of the trip's events and needed weeks to recover once he returned home. Protect yourself by purchasing comprehensive travel insurance that includes emergency medical care, cancellation coverage, and lost luggage protection. Use only well-reviewed BookingSit. Fatigue in older adults doesn't just mean feeling tired. It can weaken the immune system, affect balance, and impair judgment. Tired travelers are more likely to miss steps, forget medications, or get disoriented in busy areas. There's also a high risk of dehydration. Many seniors don't drink enough water when traveling, especially on flights, which can lead to dizziness, confusion, or kidney issues. Combine that with physical stress from walking, standing in lines, or carrying bags, and it's easy to see how travel becomes a source of harm rather than pleasure. To prevent this, build and rest days between excursions. Choose shorter trips over long-haul destinations. Book flights that leave during the day, not early morning or late night. Prioritize hotels with elevators, quiet rooms, and soft mattresses. And most importantly, listen to your body. Danger 4. The increased risk of falls and injuries. After 70, falls become one of the leading causes of serious injuries and hospitalizations. Traveling exposes you to unfamiliar surroundings. Slick hotel lobbies, uneven sidewalks, narrow staircases, and slippery cruise decks. Linda, a healthy and active 78-year-old, always dreamed of visiting Italy. On the second evening of her trip, she tripped on a poorly lit stone step in Rome. She fell and fractured her hip. Emergency services took over an hour to arrive. She underwent surgery in a hospital where no one spoke English. She returned home early and spent the next 6 months recovering. This isn't rare. Seniors often underestimate how different walking conditions can be abroad. Some older towns have steep hills, loose cobblestones, and no handrails. Public transport might not be accessible. Even a basic hotel bathroom might lack grab bars, proper lighting, or non-slip mats. When you're tired from travel or adjusting to jet lag, your reflexes slow. Your awareness drops. This increases the risk of missteps, even on flat surfaces. To minimize this risk, choose destinations known for accessibility. Look for hotels with elevators and safe bathrooms. Avoid excursions with steep hikes or questionable footing. Use a walking stick or cane if needed. Wear supportive shoes that grip well on various surfaces. Even bringing a small nightlight for hotel rooms can help prevent nighttime accidents. Danger 5. Financial losses from insurance gaps, trip cancellations, and scams. Most seniors believe their trip is financially protected. But the truth is, many discover too late that their regular insurance doesn't cover international care, trip delays, or cancellations. George, 76, was excited about his trip to a tropical island. He found a discounted resort online and paid in full. When he arrived, the resort didn't exist. It was a scam. He spent the first night sleeping in the airport and lost thousands of dollars. This kind of financial trap is more common than people think. Seniors are frequently targeted by scammers who know they may not be as tech-savvy. Fake taxes, fraudulent tour guides, counterfeit tickets thieves. Schemes are designed to exploit travelers unfamiliar with their surroundings. Even legitimate setbacks can be expensive. If you cancel due to illness, you might not get your money back. If your bags go missing or flights get delayed, costs add up quickly. Ease. Avoid deals that seem too good to be true. And while traveling, never carry large amounts of cash or leave your credit cards unattended. Be alert and cautious. A single scam can ruin not only your trip, but your financial peace of mind for years. Safety advice: how to travel smart, safe, and stress-free after 70. Now that you understand the dangers, let's talk about how to prepare yourself and travel with confidence. Travel can still be joyful if done wisely. Start with a realistic self-assessment. Ask yourself, do I have any health issues that might worsen during travel? Am I physically fit enough for the destination and activities I plan? Do I have support if something goes wrong? If you're unsure, talk to your doctor. Get any necessary vaccines. Arrange a backup medication supply. Carry printed copies of your medical history. When planning your itinerary, slow it down. Include recovery days. Avoid overpacking your schedule. Choose destinations known for being senior-friendly. Look for hotels that offer senior accommodations like elevator access, meal plans, or medical staff. When packing, keep essentials in your carry-on. Include medications, a list of emergency contacts, your insurance policy, snacks, and bottled water. Bring clothing that's easy to wear, supportive shoes, and comfort items like a travel pillow or compression socks. Before you leave, notify your bank about your travel to prevent card blocks. Make digital copies of your passport and important documents. And share your itinerary with a trusted friend or family member. Lastly, never feel guilty for choosing a safer trip over a more adventurous one. A peaceful getaway can be just as fulfilling as a grand adventure, especially when you return home. Healthy and stress-free. Closing thoughts. Travel after 70 is not impossible, but it requires a different mindset, one rooted in awareness, caution, and preparation.